good morning all. It's Friday. Happy Friday to you. I am going to do my quick weather report and get on the road. Late as usual, or I can get out of the house on time. Feels like 98. Yes it does. 84 degrees. We're headed for a high of 98 today. It's usually a couple degrees hotter than that out here in Katy. And humidity is 88%. All right. Sweatfest. Welcome to the fun. Put this in the jacket so it doesn't go walkabout on the highway at 80 miles an hour. Yeah, so headed out on the Rebel. Need to go get gas. It's a flash of flashing. I did not refill it last time I came home on this. I don't know, earlier in the week. I can't remember what day that was. Rocking the SWMotech Legends bags on here. Those were sent to me by a subscriber almost 2 years ago. He got them for one of his bikes and sold the bike and didn't need the bags, and they were brand new, still in the original box. Included a backpack, convertible backpack tail bag right here too. I think I did a video on that a while back. Anyway, I haven't used them in a while. They've been in the garage getting dusty. I need to do something with them and probably give them away on the channel because they were given to me free, and I would like to return the favor by letting somebody win them in one of the live streams. Haven't done a live stream in quite a while. Maybe I can queue that up this weekend now that I've got power and air conditioning and all the stuff at my house, and I need to trim my bush. Yikes, it's getting kind of unruly again. Yeah, what else is new? A lot of stuff that I'll ramble on during the trip to kind of the Heights area downtown. I have some developments that I'll discuss. I don't want to talk about them yet until I'm on the road, and I can choose to delete large portions of my rant, but it relates to the accident. Well, let's not call it an accident. It relates to the wreck last October that totaled my Hunter 350 and nearly totaled me in the process. So, yeah, there's news on that situation. I'll go into that later. You gonna get off the wrong side of the road? No, you're just gonna blast through the intersection on the wrong side and not even bother stopping. Okay, sure. All right, I can see how that is. Anywho, gotta go meet one of my workmates on the kind of north side of downtown area in the Heights. Fix a... It's gonna be one of those mornings, isn't it? I gotta fix a Ubiquiti cloud key controller that's not talking for some reason. We can't get in to manage it or check statistics or anything. It's just dead since July 8th. So I guess I'd have to look back on the world clock and figure out what was happening around that time. It seems to me that might have been the hurricane. Somewhere around in there, I don't remember. But that cloud key has been dead, and they can't check on the statistics of the wireless, and they've got some client machines that aren't able to connect, so we're going to go over there and sort that. So school is in full session. It is third day of school today for Katy ISD. They started on Wednesday. My kids are getting back into the swing of all of it. I had an online meeting this morning for my middle daughter regarding her 504C accommodations, which is basically handicapped accommodations where they make provisions for more time or special aids, you know, chairs and elevator passes, that sort of thing, because it's a two-story school. So yeah, anyway, that was a long process this morning. We had about an hour-long meeting on Zoom. I just resolved that, so now I'm on the road. My youngest is in 2nd grade now. She's already enjoying it. But they're having these kids do PE outside in this 110-degree heat. Thank you. She's complaining that every day they're having them go outside and walk around for 10 or 15 minutes on the playground in this heat. That's insane. Have them do that in the gym or something, because it's crazy hot out here. I don't want to be out in it. I don't have to be. And my pump is down, so I'll do my backup pump. Yeah, so what else is going on in the world? things are kind of sort of getting back to normal around my place. Still have some lingering issues, warranty, home repair kind of stuff, you know, various little bits and bobs that need to be sorted. Alright, feed it some mid-grade today. It's pretty hot. I should probably put super in there. Ooh. But with motorcycles, you never know what grade of fuel you're getting in the hose, and it'd be interesting to find out exactly how much these average hoses hold as far as quantity before you get to whatever it is that you chose. It's probably a half gallon or better. You know, long hoses. I don't know the inner diameter of this hose. Ooh, right up to the top edge of the neck. And I stopped. Oh, let's do 25. There we go. 2.6 gallons. I still had more in here than I thought. Oh, it just spilled everywhere too. That's going to get stinky. Yeah, I'll get my... Yep, peeing on the ground. Do the mileage recording as per usual. I don't want range. I need trip. Yeah, I'll get that one in a minute. Oh. I don't want range. There it is. 12,237 miles on this thing. 12,237 and ka-chink. Let's go back here to trip. Trip B. I've got 1,000 miles on that oil. I always use trip B for the oil reset. I normally print myself a little sticker right here, but I've been reticent in my tracking duties, so I look at it that way instead. Okay, so time to go. I'm dripping sweat. It is just brutal out here. Ugh. I'm hoping that sometime in the next week, maybe 2 weeks, I'll be able to fix my little Mazda. So on these really crazy hot days like this, I've got a backup plan. We need another car in the family. 3, 4 adults now, and 1 car. Ain't fun. Reset. Thank you. Okay, so off we go. Eeny meeny. Oh man, it's hot. Feels good to get moving. So, the news on the accident from last October, I keep saying accident, it wasn't an accident, the wreck last October. I received an information packet from my injury attorneys last Friday, and it had all of the discovery efforts from the private investigators and everybody that were looking into this guy that did the deed, and it came back that he's unemployed, he's living at home with his parents, he has no assets, yada yada blah blah, yeah, I'm sure. Yet he's driving, you know, new cars and that kind of thing. So he's gaming the system, has no assets to go after, that sort of deal. And his insurance policy was only $100,000 maximum limit on Geico, which I don't know how that works, because I thought there was a $300 for injury and all that as a mandatory in Texas. Maybe I understood that wrong, but anyway, so $100,000 maximum coverage, that's all there is. So after all of my medical bills, ambulance transport, x-rays, MRIs, all the imaging, all the nonsense, it's about $75,000. $45,000, almost $50,000 of that was just the ER visit for the first, what, 6 hours, 8 hours, whatever I was there. About 7 hours, I think. Yeah, so anyway, a huge pile of bills totaling, you know, over $70,000. Then there's attorney fees or representation costs that are involved there, and they take 40% of whatever's recovered. So by the time insurance is all done with it, and the attorneys have their cut, and the medical bills are paid off and all that, it's a wash. I get nothing. I might get, you know, $5 grand or $8 grand or something. It depends on how the attorney take comes out of it, and it's possible that I may still end up owing money, which is absolute bullshit. So I don't know. The motorcycle was paid for. That's the only thing I got out of it, was that. I get nothing for pain and suffering or loss of work or productivity or any of that. And I might end up still footing the bill on some of the medical stuff. It's crazy. Now, the next kick to the nuts on this, welcome to the groin kicking marathon, is the district attorney, Houston, whatever, Harris County district attorney called me, is it Tuesday, yesterday, what is today? No, he called me Wednesday. Called me and said that the actor in this, the bad guy, was in court that day when they called, or he was due on the docket, something like that. And even though he had previously been indicted by a jury, or, you know, what do they call that? Not special counsel, but grand jury, that's it. So he got a grand jury indictment for felony assault with a deadly weapon and vehicular assault and all the other litany of charges. He was due in court on the docket, and the DA said that they're going to drop the charges that day and dismiss his case. What the fuck? So more liberal juries and liberal court systems and bad DAs and revolving door crime policies in another big blue city, Houston. So yeah, they said they didn't think that they could win a jury conviction, so they were dismissing the case. So another instance of absolute malfeasance for people getting away with doing bad shit, and law assisting them. So I'll edit that crash video and put that out there. I've already got it assembled from the little snippets that I had kind of alluded to or showed a year ago, well, whatever, 10 months ago, whatever it was. So I'll put that out there, let everybody see how it happened, and maybe use it as a learning experience for what to watch out for, what to avoid. But if you're in any of these big cities, any blue cities especially, you can count on absolutely no law coming to your aid. The law is just going to protect the bad guy and let them get away with bad shit. There was no clearer case of road rage than what happened. The guy intentionally ran me down. There's no two ways about it. And the video will show all of what happened, what led up to it, everything else. But yeah, crazy. So I'm just moving on. Got no other choice. Got to keep marching. The world's not going to wait for me, and I can't wait for justice, because there is no such thing anymore. And I'm not out for retribution or revenge or any of that nonsense, but basic accountability for bad acts. That would be a good start. If people were held accountable for their actions, there'd be a whole lot less bad actions out there, period. I mean, that's just common sense. When there are no repercussions for doing dirty deeds, then yeah, just keep on going. Keep ratcheting up that pain thermometer, doling out bad behavior for everybody all around, and they just keep doing it because there is no consequence for the action. Anyway, that's my soapbox for this morning. I'm trying not to fixate on it. I'll have to get back in that mindset while I edit that video, and then after that I want to just put it behind me and move on. I'm gonna have to do some private physical therapy or surgery or something to resolve some of my residual injuries from that wreck. The group that I have representing me now didn't do squat as far as you know, real medical care. They were batting me around to all these different pain management groups and quack chiropractors and everything else. It was just a mess. I was nothing but a pincushion. So that did not work out. I didn't really get any relief from that. The only thing that did kind of sort of work were the injections. I got cortisone, I think it was cortisone injections in my shoulder, my right shoulder. No, sorry, left. Right shoulder never did get attended to. It's been the problem. Neck and cortisone shots in my back and stuff like that. So that kind of helped short term, but it didn't last. You know, immediately the pain came back. Maybe a week of relief, barely a week, something like that. So I'll have to work on that through homeopathic remedies and whatever it takes. I really want to stay away from surgery if I can avoid that, because once you go digging in there, things don't get better. I won't have time to edit that video and do a live stream after it. If it's going to be this Saturday, I might have to wait another week, but I'll try to get that put together in the next few days, next week, whatever, and I'll post that for a Saturday evening premiere. It won't be a real long one. I'll resume the video where I left off up here getting out of the HOV at the 610 underpass, and just have it continuing from that point forward from my previous vlog. So I'll show the accident, some of the aftermath, and a bunch of still pictures of my bruised body. It was pretty gnarly, man. And after that, I'll lead into a live stream that follows it up. We can all sit around and chat and commiserate. And I was right about in here where I stopped the previous vlog on the Hunter last October. The crazy thing was, I had a 360 camera up on the left handlebar when I started that vlog, and it was, you know, capturing full 360 video. But just shortly after I got in the HOV back there in Katy, I noticed that the camera was wobbling around. The mount loosened itself up, so I had to snag it off there quick and shove it in my pocket. If I had had that on the bike during the wreck just a few miles down the road, it would have been pretty impressive footage as far as culpability and showing exactly what went on. But even from my helmet camera, it was pretty clear. I mean, I was well within the lane, and the guy came almost a foot over into the lane, probably further than a foot into the lane, to intentionally hit me. And he hit me with his right front tire on my leg and the rear of the bike. So yeah, it was pretty intentional. And I can't recall exactly where this place is. I've been here a couple of times, but I was never driving. So I'm gonna have to pull off and grab my phone and see where to go. This might be a good little side street here. In fact, this might be the street. It's kind of back here in a weird area, close to train tracks. That's all I remember. So I'm gonna stop over here out of the way, preferably in the shade somewhere. Hey, they got shade over here? I think they've got shade. I'm gonna borrow some of their shade right here. I don't even know where this is. What is this place? Ugh, it's got shade. That's all I care about. Oh, it's hot this morning. I don't know if I can back out that way, but we'll find out. All right, let's see what I've got. Sawyer Yards. So it's just south of Crockett, Sawyer Street. Where am I? Do you know where I am? You don't know where I am. Oh. It's not 7 more miles, is it? Where do you think I am, man? Damn, man. Yeah, I guess I do need to go further. I'm at Heights, roughly. So I need to go back down the highway. I'm not getting back on the highway. I can go down here to Washington and circle up from Washington. That's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. I'll go over here to Heights, go down to Washington, hang other way. I don't know this area of town at all. Just need to find Sawyer Street and off of Washington. It's north of Washington, south of where I am now. My headset is not charged, otherwise I would be listening for spoken directions in my head. That would be easier. I need to put my mount back up here. I'm going to do that tonight, I think. We've talked about it enough. Go past Studemont here. It was 1 more mile, maybe 2 more miles. It was closer to like Yale or something. I don't remember what I saw. This looks familiar, but again, I wasn't driving when we got here the last couple of times. It's right over in there. I recognize those white buildings. Yeah, right off the train tracks. So I'm looking for Sawyer Street. I don't think this is it. Oh, God. Now that might have been it right there. Yeah, this is it right here. The silos. I remember this. It's a very strange parking lot. You pull in right next to the train tracks. And when they're going by, they shake this whole building. Sawyer Yards. And I will definitely park in the shade, and I don't remember where it is we go in. There, here, there, where? I'll park right here by the stairs. How about that? In the shade, that's all I know. In the shade, man. Okay, call my buddy, see if I'm in the right place, and if so, how far away he is, because I've beat him here. Alright, welcome back to the day in progress. It's about 11:30, and I can't get my glove to unravel. Everything is so humid and sticky. We found our problems. A couple of things. We had a dead hard drive in the little Ubiquiti Cloud Key Gen 2, which has got to be resolved. And a couple of cabling issues where we've had rodents, something, who knows. I'm blaming it on rodents. People come flying through this alley, man. I just had somebody, a little Kia, come flying through here 50 miles an hour. Jesus Christ. Cabling had a couple of shorted wires. They were working before, now they're not, so hard to tell what's going on, but we re-terminated it and tested it. It seems to be okay, at least for the moment. Got a couple of suspect access points back online, and now we just need to solve the controller problem with a new hard drive, but we don't have that with us, so it'll have to wait till later. And I'm off to my next appointment. I'll be there most of the day, into the late afternoon, maybe early evening, we'll find out. Head over to one of the schools that I manage and start connecting 10 gig fiber up to their IDF closets. Oof. Hot to be out here with uncovered skin. Yikes. I know, I rode yesterday with without my jacket on, and my arms are sunburned, something fierce. Wake up, people. Interesting drivers over here in this area. One trying to run me over from behind, people weaving all over the place. Kind of crazy. Sawyer Heights, Spring Street. I don't think I've ever been on this intersection before. At least not with me riding or driving. Hey, she's lapping traffic. It's like that scene at the beginning of Office Space. The guy with the walker is lapping everybody on the sidewalk. while everyone's lane swapping and jockeying for position out in stop and go morning traffic. So next time I come over here, I know to take this later exit. I'm not sure what street this is, but right over there, down on that section, just past this entrance, I believe, is where I got nuked on my Hunter 350. It's right through this section of I-10 right here underneath us. And this guy's driving down the road with a beat-up car and the door hanging open, and wow, dude's about to fall out of it. .9 miles to a gallon so far. Nope, wait, that's the B. What's my A consumption? 43.5 miles to the gallon. I don't remember what the deviation on this is. I think it's about 1 to 2 miles per gallon. That's pretty accurate. Bumpity bump. Woohoo! Get off the seat for that one. Our Houston pavement ripples are more like curbs. 3-4 inch pavement ripples, man. They're nasty. No footer, no footer, no footer, no footer. Water, water. All right, I'll sign off now and catch up with you all in a bit. Finishing up my day here, and had some weird problems with the Rebel. I've already vented the gas tank several times, so I shouldn't be in vapor lock. Have a good weekend, sir. But this is what I'm getting every time I start it. It goes and quits. That's not a good way to start my weekend. I'll keep it up, and the battery's going to go flat because it won't have enough juice to sit here and crank the engine. So what to do, peoples? What to do? Murphy is just fixated upon me. I don't know what his deal is, but I wish he would just take a break, because I'm tired of this 1 step forward, 2 steps back routine. Not a lot I can do other than just wait it for a minute and see if there's some other way to get this thing to play. I can try leaving the lid open. It's a little tricky. You gotta trick it into letting you have the key back. I'll start it open and see what happens. But then I'm gonna have to kill the engine to relock the key, or relock the tank lid. Okay, everything should be normal. It immediately starts and stops. Not a good day, kids. Not a good day. What to do here? I'm gonna rev it up and see if I can hold it up. This is what it was doing to me a few times before, but I stopped and, you know, opened the tank and closed it, and it seemed to be fine. But this is a lot more persistent. It's the first time it's ever done this without being fixed, you know, by opening the lid. Wait, did you hear that? It popped back through the intake there. It immediately dies. I was holding it at 4,000 and it's still dying. So something is clogged up. There's a fuel line or some kind of a vacuum problem going on here, and it's going to prevent me from going home. Not a good day. Okay, I don't know. Chalk this one up to the unknown pile. I just tried it a half dozen more times and now it's running. I don't know. That's really weird though, because it did not like even high RPM hold, it was killing itself, just shut down. So it's like it's not getting fuel. It's like a fuel starvation issue or something. But it backfired up through the intake a couple times while I was trying to rev it up. That's odd. It's very odd. Anywho, I don't know. Still under warranty for 3 more years. I don't know what I don't think there's a mileage limitation. Got 6 years on this. It came with a 1 year from the factory, and I got a 5-year extended. And I already know I-10 is going to be a mess, so I think I'm just going to continue on down this way and jump in the HOV at the far end over there by 610. It will be more expedient, I think. We'll find out when I get up there. But Friday afternoon, almost 4 o'clock, yeah, it's going to be a mess. Man, I'm still scratching my brain cells on the hard start issue on this thing. I've never had it do it that bad. It did it to me almost that bad one time, but it was in the morning, early morning. It was pretty cool morning, like, you know, high 50s, low 60s or something like that, and it had been sitting out all day in the sun the previous day, so I figured I had a vacuum issue in the tank, vacuum vapor lock, where it just had too much of a pressure differential and didn't want to run. And as soon as I opened the lid and restarted it, it was fine. So I don't know if that was just coincidence or what, but this one, you guys saw it, it just did not want to start up, didn't want to run. Didn't matter how hard I pushed it to try to make it run, it said no. And coughed a fit about it. And with the Rebel being so power hungry on starting, you get into one of those situations like that. The last 2 times I started it, the battery was kind of just about to peter out, or it felt like it, sounded like it. It was getting slow about turning it over. So you could get yourself in a problem just cranking it and run the battery out, and then what are you going to do? Especially with a DCT, because, you know, there's no bump starting these things. You got to jump them. Ooh, bump. I'd like to get better rear shocks on this thing one day. Maybe those Burley brand, people have said that they are a pretty good upgrade, but I don't want a higher ride height in the back. And I've heard that the Burley stilettos are a little bit taller, raises the rear end of the bike up. Gus on the Rebel 11 went with Olin's on the back of his, and he said they are just the cat's meow. He said they're fantastic, but they ought to be. They're expensive. They're almost $1,000 a set, something like that. $850 or more, I'm sure. If I can get my money turned around and get business back to flowing, then I won't mind dropping $1,000 on a set of shocks. But right now, no, thanks. I've got other things I need to do with that money, like pay down my credit card bills. Hey, pick a lane. Gotta figure it out before you hit that curb there, dude. I couldn't believe the dopey that I saw getting on the highway earlier, coming back toward this area in that beat up. I couldn't tell. Whoa! I couldn't tell exactly what it was. An Armada, a Nissan Armada or something. It was a big SUV, but it was beat up on all corners, and the door was flapping open. You could tell that the door wouldn't shut. It was all beat up on that B-pillar and the door. So the guy goes around the corner and the door's hanging open. He's trying to grab it and shut it. What the hell? Oh man, park that thing or wire that door shut and get in through the back or something. Yep, I-10's a mess. I think I made the right call, because I wouldn't have been able to get in until over in this area. It's all of that backup and nonsense over there. So yeah, skip that. Man, look at the other side. Just parked. All right, home again, home again. Another work day done and gone. Another week gone. Work week gone and done. Out of the way. Lost. No more time. I'm gonna go. Anyway, I'll catch y'all later. Have a good weekend, and I'm gonna do some more cleanup out here.